there are only 4 videos you actually need to get clients from YouTube, and they're probably nothing like the videos that you're posting right now. Most videos only do one job, while these 4 build trust, handle objections, and generate clients all at the same time. That's why they keep bringing in clients months after you hit publish. So in this video I'm going to break down each of these 4 video formats, why they work, show you real examples, and help you figure out which one you should make first based on where you are at right now. And by the end of this video you'll know exactly which of these 4 videos you should record first to get your next client from YouTube. So let's start with the first video, which is the My Story video. And this is actually the best way to bond with your audience because people connect with people and your story is actually what makes you one. So let's start with the things that I have written in here. So the first thing is that it shows them the real person behind the videos. People are going to see you as a real human, not like some cold expert knows everything about some certain topic or some AI guru that knows everything about, for example, high ticket sales, drop shipping, and all those stuff. And the second thing is that this is actually your origin story told in chronological order. Start as far back as it makes sense. If you need, you can start literally from when you were born to till now, or if it doesn't really make sense, you can literally start from any other timeline. Also, don't make things up. Your audience isn't stupid. They will detect all the BS. Back up every claim and story you have with proof, screenshots, videos, text, voice memos. Even if you need, you can bring on maybe your friends, your, I don't know, partner or your family or something like that to watch for you. So yeah, also you need to show your real struggles, pains, turning points, wins, losses, and all those stuff. And this will actually make your audience connect with you even more. And like the common mistake I see, and the reason why I mentioned this is because a lot of people are, when they're making these My Story videos, they're literally showing it as their highlight. Like everything was super good. I started doing, for example, drop shipping and everything was amazing. I made 30K in less than a week and all those stuff, thinking that in that way they're going to make their audience actually purchase from them. And in the end, it literally does the totally opposite thing. People are just going to be like, okay, this is weird. This guy's like looking for me like from the pedestal or something like that, like he had everything figured out, he never struggled and all those stuff. And they're just not going to connect with you as much, and also they're going to detect the BS. So yeah, and why this video works, as we already discussed, people trust someone who has been there, like who has been in the actual trenches more than somebody that was like giving everything away and all those stuff. Yeah, so yeah, removes the AI expert sound or like the cold guy that knows everything about a certain topic. They really get to know you and to know that you were once in their position. And it's the best format for building pure bonding and connection with your audience. And how to structure this video, most important things, you need to show when you started, the low point or the struggle, the turning point, and where you are right now. And also one of the big and common mistakes that I have noticed while studying these videos is that a lot of the people are actually dropping mid CTAs in these videos, which is totally wrong. Like you don't want your audience to feel like you want to sell them something or something like that. This video should be like the pure bonding video, and if you need, you can only drop the CTA in the end. And the way I like to do it is like literally moving the audience from this type of video to the other type of video that we're going to cover in this video, and it is literally next after this video right here. So yeah, I keep that in mind. And downside of this video is that it's pretty much useless if you don't have like big results, specific numbers, a lot of proof and all those stuff, or if you don't have just like at least an engaging story. Like it can be two things. If you're just a regular guy and you still haven't achieved anything, it is not going to be like as mesmerizing. Your people are not going to really connect with you. But if you have either a great story, like you went from literal drug addict or you went to jail and you did at least something, people are going to be like, wow. Or if you was just a regular guy and you achieved enormous result, people are going to be like, well, they're going to connect pretty much with you because they want to do the exact same thing and they are still in the trenches. So yeah, and here are some of the examples. From next setting, you can see almost 6x outlier. Imagine he does this video like every single year. Like this was 7 months ago, the similar video was 1 year ago, and you can see he just added some of the footage from that year, and that's pretty much it. Then we have this video right here, which is absolutely similar, and this is the power of this video. This is by the Iman, and the best guys are doing it a lot. You can see Charlie Morgan 4 years ago, 37.3x, then we have it right now and all those stuff. And this is the actual video from Marlon, who is like a famous streamer and all that. And I just want to show you the power of this video because his story, people were so interested and they know that he literally went, if I'm not wrong, like from living in garage or something like that to where he is at right now. And you can see 27x outlier, and it is still getting views today, and this video is 10 months old, which is absolutely crazy. And here is the actual rating I gave to this video. Virality 3 points, only if you have like crazy storytelling or super viral. Conversions 4, trust building 5, video production 5, because you can literally just sit and record the video and you just need to be real to show the screenshots and all those stuff. I hate when these videos are like overly edited with some fancy graphics and all that. I literally love to see the videos, the footage, like literally make it like your life's whole film, and it's pretty much it, nothing super crazy. And the actual best way to do is to literally speak, and in the background you can have either like nature or something like that, something more immersive, or you can have, I don't know, like the view from your window or something like that, which is actually looking great, and that's pretty much it. And the final rating, like the final grade, is an actual S. So with that being said, we can move on to the second format, which I mentioned already in here, which is the free full course video. And this is actually the whole sales funnel in the single video, and your audience is going to be like, okay, if this is for free, I don't know what I'm going to get when I pay these guys. So yeah, that's the power of this video, as you can already see. So let's cover these things that I have written in here. Position you as an obvious authority, since nobody gives away that much value unless they know a lot and they're certain in their stuff. And you literally need to give away around 97% or something like that. Like, just be like an open book. And there are a lot of the business owners, and they're just super scared, and they're like, okay, but if I give them everything, they're not going to work with me. And the thing is absolutely opposite. I'm going to explain that a little bit later. Also, Hook needs to have the social proof immediately. I scale that and have this and this guys, so they can really see that this is scalable and that you can also help others with that. And that's pretty much it, because if you have gotten yourself results but you haven't gotten results to anybody else, they're going to be like, okay, this is not a repeatable process. And screen share the whole thing, not only talking head, because first of all, it literally lowers the lift to produce the video. You don't have to edit like these videos, and they can be up from 1 hour to, I don't know, 24 plus hours, which is absolutely crazy, as you're going to see. And like, audience is just going to follow them pretty much better, and I'm also going to elaborate on this a little bit later. So yeah, why this works, again, pulls people through in search intent, someone typing a niche name plus full course. And that's the exact same thing I did when I was like in high school. I was looking, I'm not sure, I think it was like kind of a drop shipping thing, something like that. And I was literally typing that in my own language, and I just added like full course in Serbian, of course. So yeah, and it builds trust through sheer amount of value, as you already discussed, and best format of the list for proving you're the real deal. And I'm going to show you what I have actually found studying this format. First of all, screen share is much better than pure edited talking head video. And first of all, it is much easier to produce once you're just screen sharing all the whole process. Either it can be mirror board, or if you're like doing something like drop shipping or something like that, where you can literally go to websites and do it, it is even better, you know. So yeah, and when you literally think about it, like when you're giving so much information, especially if you're doing it for 18 plus hours or something like that, it is much easier for your audience to follow what you're doing than you're just speaking to the camera, and they're going to have to figure it out on their own. So yeah, the second one is the sweet spot for the length. If you literally want to have the best ratio of the effort and the actual quality and what you're going to get back from these types of videos, from what I've been studying, it is around 60 to 90 minutes. It doesn't take you a lot of time to produce these types of videos as it can usually take, but you're still going to get a lot of the results. So that is like the sweet spot. But of course, I always recommend to go like as much as you need. Like, I don't want you to go and to talk about random stuff that aren't important just because you want to bump up the hours and all those stuff, but just put as much as you need. That's pretty much it. Third thing is that they're not paying for the actual information, and that's the reason why you can give like almost everything that you have, because your audience actually wants something that is going to literally tell them what to do. That is the same reason I am paying my mentors. So they're going to tell me, okay, Bogdan, don't waste time on that. That is BS. I already did it. It is total BS. Do that and that and that. It is going to help you. You're going to achieve the results faster. And that's the reason why people also pay you. And that's pretty much it, because they can always learn from YouTube. There's so much information right here. They might even train an AI to literally teach them all and all those stuff, but they really need your guidance. That leads us to the thing number 4, which is don't gatekeep the big chunks, only gatekeep the specifics. So the most vague example that comes to my mind is like for the outreach itself. If you are sharing with them like something about outreach, you can give them how bad outreach looks like, break down why it is bad and all those stuff, and do everything about the outreach, but you can just gatekeep the actual message that you're going to send to people, because that's going to be the thing that is going to make them buy from you and in the first place. So yeah, and also best time to make this video is once you have the whole foundation done right, and it would be something if you're literally starting from zero, around 5 to 6 videos, something like that. So now let's move on to the actual best 2 ways to make this type of video. The first one is prepare the whole thing and just record in one sitting or in the multiple sittings, but like treat it like a whole one piece of the content. And I actually don't really like this type, but it can still work. And the second type, which I prefer much more, is to record each step as an individual video. Like for my example, that would be video on ideation, on the packaging, on the script writing, on the editing, on the SEO, on all those stuff. And then just taking all those videos and just stitching them together and re-recording the intro and all those stuff. And that's pretty much it. And in this way, you already have a lot of pieces of content, so you can still convert audience and you can create a full course much easier, and it's going to be as dense as it with the information as it would be with this right here. And the only downside of this video is it takes a lot of time, and it is just super hard to execute super right. And here are some of the real examples. You can see Charlie Morgan right here, 1 year ago, 18 hours. Then we have this course of 22 hours, which is crazy. And you can see 13.2x outlier, and you can see the views, and I cannot imagine how much money this video printed him. Then we have the high ticket sales niche. We have Andres Contreras right here, Alex Beck, Christian Polk, again, Andres again, 9x, 10 views per hour, 4 months uploaded, which is crazy. So yeah, then you can see 2 hours, which is around the sweet spot. Then we have the Jordan Bound, and this video, like I cannot imagine how it printed for him. 12 views per hour, 2 years ago uploaded. So these videos are still being searched. 98.5x outlier, which is crazy, 5.2 million views. This guy made millions on this video, and he did a similar thing also 1 year ago, as you can see right here. So now let me show you the rating that I picked for this type of video. Variety 4 out of 5, because again, if you don't have the foundation right and all those stuff, this video can still be hard to reach the right audience, and you can still get a lot less views. But as we already discussed, you can always move the people from your next videos to this full course video. In the end, it is going to blow up, and it is going to make you so much money. And that's the same thing I would do for the My Story video, as I already told you. Like I would literally go and after this video nurture people to this video right here and be like, okay, if you want to learn what I'm doing and to do as I do and make money as I do, just go watch this video. I literally create the free full course for you. In this video, you're just going to heavily convert them with a lot of social proof, a lot of meet CTAs, a lot of those stuff, and in the end, that's pretty much it. So yeah. Then moving on, we have conversion, best for the converting, trust building, 5 out of 5 definitely, and ISO production 1 out of 5 because it is super hard to produce, as we already discussed the reason why. And my final grade is definitely an S+ tier, like best type of video to convert people. And if you want your channel to start booking calls of video like these ones as I already showed you, click the first link in the description, book a free strategy call with me. Now let's move on to the video number 3, which is the Secret VSL. And this is an actual sales video disguised as a regular video. So yeah, let's cover the things that I have written in here. The first one is that it converts without ever triggering sales resistance. Viewers feel like they're learning right up until your offer shows up as an obvious next step. Then looks like a normal tutorial or breakdown on the surface, but it's structurally built to walk the viewer through pain points, solutions, and land naturally on your own offer. Most viewers don't even realize it's happening while they watch one. That's what makes it actually work, and in the end, solves objections throughout the video without ever feeling like the pitch. No separate sales action, something like that. It's totally baked in the whole video, and that's pretty much it. And that's the real power of this video. And why this works, as we already said, it converts without triggering the sales resistance, of course, if done right. Then solves objections and looks like normal video, and it literally presents your offer as an obvious next step. So yeah, and how to structure this video, the most important things. First one is that hook needs to be tied to something they already have. So we have 2 cases right here that I picked, and I'm going to show them immediately right now. We have the Iman Gadget's video right here, in which he literally showed best ways to make money with online and all those stuff. In it, he literally was like, okay, you can do that, you can do that, you can do that. Then when he came to his own offer, he represented it as the best way to make money, and it literally takes you like zero capital. You're going to make a lot of money with so small amount of time and all of that, and he naturally represented it as the only right solution, and he gave the the solve all of the objections with the previous one is for the training right here. He told like you would need enormous amount of money. Then for the drop shipping, you need to wait, you need to do this, and this. But my model is going to make you a lot of money. Or we have the other thing, which is the nick settings. Like right here, Secret VSL, in which he broke down his whole system, brought out the shit ton of proof, and in the end, he literally told people, okay, if you want a similar thing and all those stuff. And the proof that this concept right here works is this guy from Croatia, Tibor, shout out to him, is that his video right here got a lot, as you can see, 8x outlier, and it made him shit ton of money and still gets views. And you need to keep in mind, like, the Croatian whole Balkans is a lot smaller region of talking than the English, which is literally the whole world. So yeah, so now let's get back to this right here. Instant social proof. Before you teach anything, you need to show screenshots and all those stuff, because people need to listen to for the next 20 plus minutes. Explain the mechanism, not just the outcome. Don't just say like, if you do this, you're going to make money. You literally need to break down the whole mechanism. Now, proof need to be woven constantly throughout this format right here, and CTA needs to be seated early and close at the end. Plan the offer early, almost casually, so it's not hard pitch, then close at the end, and that's pretty much it. And the only downside of this video is that it literally needs to be executed perfectly, because if your audience figure out the whole point of the video is to actually sell them something, they're going to feel betrayed, they're going to leave, and all those stuff. So you definitely need to give a genuine value first and not be like do something vague and all those stuff. We already covered this, and the rating for this video is virality 4 out of 5, conversion again 4 out of 5, trust building 5 out of 5, and the ease of the production is 2 out of 5. And also, as you can see, this video was posted 4 months ago, but Iman also did a similar video 1 year prior to this, and it printed even more. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So yeah, and the final grade is going to be an S+. And that actually leads us to the next video, which is the I tried format. And keep in mind, this format works the best for B2C, but I also prepared some of the similar examples that can work for the B2B, so stick around for that. So yeah, and this is the formula that turns viewers into believers. They watch like an episode of a series, then subconsciously sell themselves on being on the next episode by joining your course or whatever you're offering. So yeah, let's just read what I have written here. Build trust through vulnerability and documented proof, not just claims. Strongest trust to conversion combo on the whole list, and there's 2 ways to run it. Viewers watch this and think, if he got the results, he can get me the results too. And the final thing is that, as I already said, it is especially strong for the B2C, but can still work for the B2B. There are 2 ways to create this video. The first one is the I tried something for X amount of time, and this is the solo version, where you're literally documenting like the whole mini journey from day one, and you're showing real struggles, wins, results, dubs, and all those stuff. And you're going to think, okay, if he got the results in the next days, he can get me the results too, and all those stuff. And the whole journey, as I already told you, build trust and all those stuff. But one thing that you need to keep in mind is that you need to get solid results in order for this video to work, because otherwise people are going to be, even though you're literally being like honest and all those stuff, people are going to be like, okay, but he maybe cannot get me the results too, and they're going to be skeptical. So yeah, and you are going to record this type of format only if you don't have anybody else to record video, and that's pretty much it. While let's move on to the second format, which is I try teaching my friend or brother, family, colleague, or somebody like that something until he got these results, or in X amount of time, or the time frame itself. So yeah, you're literally showing how it looks like working with you, and how you're guiding somebody from episode 0 to the real results, and removes the biggest objection of the people on the sales calls, which is, okay, will this actually work for me if I have no like real knowledge or something like that? And viewers are going to think, if he can get the results to his friend with 0 experience, he can definitely get results too. They're not imagining what working with you looks like, they just watched it happen. And this is like the more superior format than this one, because they're literally seeing you actually help somebody, and it's 100% real, and the other person is also doing the selling for you. And you need to do this format if you have somebody like that is willingly to participate. It can even be your student from your own course. You can do like maybe a giveaway when you're doing like a webinar or something, like you're going to pick somebody that has 0 experience and create a video with them and all those stuff. And this video is actually printing. So yeah, and why it works because it builds trust through vulnerability and documented proof, not just claims. You will watch the transformation happen instead of imagining it. And strongest trust to conversion combo on the entire list, as we already discussed. And how you can actually structure this video, like the most important thing, just document the whole journey start to finish. That's it. That's the whole format. You need to be like true. Like you need to be completely honest, you need to record as it's like, yeah, like you're recording a vlog, and that's pretty much it, updating people. You can get creative with the camera angles, you're working and all those stuff. You literally need to show the people that you're working on all of those stuff. Downside of the video that you need actual good result either from you or your friend, so this video can actually hit hard, and it also takes real time to record this video. It's not like a same day shoot or something like that. It just actually takes 7 days or maybe even more days, depends on what you're doing. And also there are other videos that are doing like something similar. Like you have probably seen the videos I locked myself in the room until I made $1 million, something like that. These types of videos, these videos are also made on a similar format like this. These are just like I tried to do something. This one is I actually did it. So yeah. And here are some of the real examples. AC Hampton, which is like the king of this format at the moment. As you can see this video right here, 13.1x, almost 10x, 111 views per hour 3 months ago, which is crazy. Then we have this video where he's alone with only $4, so he had like a mini challenge. And we can also see he's getting shit ton views. Marcel Stan, like appointment setting niche 2 years ago, 26.1x outlier, which is absolutely crazy. Then we have Arthur right here, 11x outlier, which is again also crazy. This video right here, 2x outlier, 2 weeks ago uploaded. Again, it also uses Claude, so Claude is also trending at the moment, I can say, and people are making shit on money off of it. Then I tried using Claude AI to make money in 30 days. You can see again 24.7x outlier, which is absolutely crazy. And here are some of the ideas that you can use which are similar to this one, but for the B2B. Like these are more of the live versions of this, like building a $12 million business for 325 minutes. And Alex literally gives his sauce, shows how he's going to do it, gives concrete direction. And this is not like documenting the 7 days or something like that. This is the most similar format that you can use for the B2B, as well as this format right here. You can do something similar. Like for myself, I can be like building a content strategy for this entrepreneur in 25 minutes, and I'm literally showing him in real life, okay, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, let's do that, and all those stuff. And this is the closest thing I can find. And the rating for this video is actually virality 5 stars, conversion 4, trust building 5, ISO production 2 because it's not the easiest to film, and the final grade we can see for the B2C definitely S+ at the moment, and for the B2B it is still an A. And right now you might be like, okay, thank you Bogdan for all these videos, like, but when should I record them depending on my situation? So let's break that down too. If you have zero content and need the fastest, lowest effort win, you should record a My Story video, just to honestly on the camera and show you real results. Of course, if you have them, like big results and all those stuff. Then if you want the maximum conversions and don't mind a bigger production lift, just record a full free course video, and that's pretty much it. No more explaining. Best way to make a lot of money, if done correctly, of course. If you already have some audience and trust build and want to convert hard, just Secret VSL video is here because it's literally a secret pitch without actually feeling like a pitch. And if you're on B2C and want to build the most amount of trust in a subtle way, I tried format is at the moment printing, especially the second sub format as we already covered, where you're teaching friend or family or something like that to do something. And also keep in mind that you don't need all of these formats right now. I don't want you to sit down and just record 4 videos back to back that are going to be these right here. Just pick one that matches where you are at the moment, nail it. Then as the time goes on, after a couple of videos, do the next one and repeat, and that's pretty much it. Also, all of these styles are pretty much repeatable. As we have already seen, My Story video, Iman Gaji does it on a yearly basis. Free full course video, you can do it for every year pretty much. Then Secret VSL, again, you can do like at any possible time. And in the end, as we already seen, Iman Gaji has like, again, once a year he uploads these types of videos. And in the end, we have the I Tried format. You can do it consistently, like AC Hampton, I think he does it like literally every month or two. So yeah, that's the reason why it prints. So now you know exactly which of these 4 videos to record to get your next client of YouTube. But to be honest with you, knowing which video to make and actually scripting, filming and editing it in the way that converts are 2 completely different things. So right now you really have only 2 options. First one is that you can take everything you learn from this video and try to script this video, film it and edit it itself. Also create the packaging, SEO and all those stuff. Or the second, you can let me handle these 4 videos for you, of course, as the time goes on, as we already discussed, as well as your entire content strategy, and help you at 10 to 30 qualified calls through YouTube in 90 days, with you only having to spend around 30 minutes per week on recording, and that's pretty much it. And this is the exact same thing I have done for my client Marco. In one video, I have gotten him over 10,000 plus views, which of course is a vanity metric, but it was 42% of the YouTube search, which means this video was heavily SEO optimized. Then he got around 170 plus qualified leads, as you can see right here. He actually upsold a lot of them, and you can see the whole client interview in description. And if you pick the second option, click the first link in the description, book a free strategy call with me. And if you're not ready for that yet, go and watch the video that just appeared on your screen. In it, I show you how I build a business YouTube channel that books calls completely from scratch. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.